Hello there. Now, you don't know him, but that's okay, because we're here because we love video games. And for this video, we're going to look at 6 different retro games that all feature snow. That's right, it's that time of the year again where the temperature is dropping, the snow is falling, and maybe you already have a foot or two of snow, maybe you have a light dusting, maybe you don't have anything at all yet, but you know it's on the way. So all these games we're going to look at, they're also from a different console, each one of them. That's right, we're going to spread the love. There are so many games that have a snow level, or feature snow, or everything about it is snow. And so while it was really hard to pick 6 to start with, I went ahead and I did it, I made the tough decisions for you, and these first 6 I think you're all going to really enjoy. And, I just thought of a great idea. And we're going to start, we'll do a bookend, right? We'll start with an awesome one, and we'll end with another awesome one. And then in the middle will be just a nice, a nice snowy sandwich.
What?
Sure, well, whatever. Personally for me, snow levels are almost always a big hit. I always seem to enjoy them. I usually enjoy them a lot more than water levels. A heck of a lot more than escort levels. Oh hey, those are 2 great ideas we'll work on some videos for in the future. Anyways, like I said, I enjoy snow levels. Let's go ahead, let's look at these 6, and let's see if you agree with me, and let's see which ones I might have missed. I mean, I know the ones I didn't include, but go ahead and leave it your favorite level or your favorite game that involves snow down in the comments below if I didn't catch it, or if one of these is one you do love, also comment as well. Anyways, let's get into the first selection. Okay, as promised, we're going to start with a banger right out front. Okay, this first game is one of the best to feature not just a snow, it's not just a snow level, it's the entire game, right? It takes place in Alaska, and this has got, you know it, I know it, we all love it, and that is the first Metal Gear Solid off the PlayStation 1. You know Shadow Moses. It's so, this game is so freaking awesome. I cannot properly describe how playing this for the very first time back in 97, wasn't it? 97 when this came out? Just what it was like, and oh man, being in that environment, you could just feel the cold. Anyways, let's take a look at it. There has already been so much said about Metal Gear Solid that the only thing I can do is continue to heap praise upon it. Even though now, when we go back to play it again, and we kind of get into this level, you first start off here at Shadow Moses at this beginning of the base, and you start to, you kind of just realize how kind of small the game is, actually, in terms of areas where you go to. But it doesn't matter, because the experience and the feeling of the areas are so massive that just the scale seems so much larger than it truly is.
Cigarettes? How are those going to help you?
You never know. There's one sentry on the left and one on the right. They're armed with 5.56ers and pineapples.
And knowing that it's just freezing outside and there's the cold, it just adds to that tension. Seeing the breath from the character models, seeing the trail and your tracks left in the snow. It's just, oh man, just everything. So much about this is awesome. And then here, of course, we've got a giant tank battle out in the middle of snow. Oh, how much better could it get?
Message. Come, let's fight.
Use my 45.
Listen, I've used a gun like this since I was 8 years old. I'm more comfortable with it than I am with a bra.
Even though the majority of the game takes place inside, it's just fine, because the areas that we get outside are awesome, remind you where you're at, and just help keep you immersed in this amazing game. There you go. Metal Gear Solid. One of the best games to include snow as a supporting character. Let's move on to the next pick. So this pick is one that I rented back in the day. It looked pretty silly, so I went ahead and grabbed it, and turned out it was a ton of fun. And that is, of course, what a rookie mistake. We're looking for Banjo Kazooie. Oh my gosh, I grabbed the wrong one. Just a surprise. Hidden surprise. You know, you saw the coverage in some magazines, and you're like, sure, bright, colorful, crazy characters, let's give it a shot. Little did I know, it had a really great snow level. Let's take a look. And this one is so memorable. Going back to get to play it again just brought back so many memories and put a big old smile on my face. Yeah, sure, it's your typical giant collectathon that, Nintendo loves putting all their platformers, but, so much fun. I mean, you want to go out and collect everything because you want to explore this level. You want to see what it all has. And the music, although it gets a little repetitive from time to time, sticks with you, and it is very festive, keeps you in the mood. Now, we all know the Nintendo 64 was not known for its graphical prowess, but it definitely made up for it in level design and colors and crazy sound effects. Well, whatever we thought those shortcomings might have been, they were definitely made up in these awesome, big, elaborate 3D worlds that you could just explore everywhere, in any direction. It was truly an explorer's world of delight. Kazooie. There we go, Banjo Kazooie. Always worth a playthrough. For our third pick is one you cannot forget, is one we all remember and one we all definitely love, and it is on the Genesis, and that is on Sonic 3. Oh man, can you believe I couldn't find my Sonic 3 cartridge, so I had to pull out my Sonic collection here for the PS2, quickly fire it up and play the level again. Did I let you borrow the cartridge? Because I can't find it. If I did, I need it back because I want to play it again. This is another amazingly fun snow level with, of course, with Sonic.
I gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast!
We're just gonna let the gameplay and this music speak for this level. Enjoy! It is so freaking good! And there you go, there's one of the ice cap zones. Oh, so good, so amazing, just speaks for itself. I mean, that is just, you saw how cool that was, how fast you could go, how awesome the music was. What else? What else do you need? Nothing. So we have it, Sonic 3. Of course I'm going to include Sonic here. And sorry I had to show you a PlayStation 2 disc. It's okay. I will find the cartridge sometime. Actually, you know what? I need to get that actually as a full meal deal. Let's look for it complete in box here soon. That's what we'll do. Okay, speaking of going fast, let's go ahead and take a look at the NES and Slalom. Yes, for many of us, this was our very first attempt and exposure to, downhill skiing, especially the slalom variety. And, oh man, what a great game. And then, of course, it gave everybody some good ideas for a few downhill skiing and snowboarding games that aren't on this list yet, but maybe the next time around. Anyways, let's take a look at Slalom. I think it's a toss-up between this and Winter Games from Epix, which were my first games to really include some very noticeable and obviously detailed snow levels that got my attention and held on to it. Slalom here really gave you that downhill skiing experience that I didn't know that I wanted until I actually tried it, and then I realized, hey, this is pretty fun. Great music, great speed, wonderful controls. This had it all and set a standard which, took a while before I could find another downhill style game that was worthy of my time. Let's take one more run down the mountainside before we head on to the next selection. And just when you feel comfortable with your gameplay, they throw these gates at you that you gotta get through. Oh man, these were a pain. But, once you learned them, it turned into another fun experience. Yeah, so tell me, and be honest, are you one of those type of people who leans into the direction that you're trying to make your character move? There we go. That is just a solid game. Slalom, yeah. Still to this day, it's fun to pick up and play. Alright, we're going to move up to PlayStation 2 for this next one, and, okay, so I talk about this game a lot, especially when I talk about the PlayStation 2, and maybe this entire video was an excuse just to talk about it again.
What?
It's possibly true, and that is, you've already guessed it, that's right, Extermination. Have I told you lately how much I love this game? I guess it's been a little while, so let me tell you again. I freaking love Extermination. It's sure, you go to play it again nowadays. It's a little clunky, it's a little silly. The voice acting is terrible. So good, so awesome. It's just so much fun. So let's take a little look at this, and then I will not talk about this for maybe 3 to 6 months or so. All right? I mean, no promises, but Extermination. Get it? As Borimer so eloquently put it, one does not simply play Extermination, one experiences it. And part of that experience is being trapped in the cold and being afraid of what's happening outside and inside as this crazy biological weapon or whatever it is you find, some crazy virus, not a T-virus, but close enough to it, is trying to, mutate and kill you and also just take over whoever was down here at this, maybe research facility that was a little, doing things they shouldn't have been doing. And all the while, you've got the biting cold outside, trying to creep inside, and you're trying to go from building to building to restore some power, to get some things back, to figure out who's still alive, who isn't alive, where your team is, where they're not. Oh my gosh. One might want to say this is just your typical PlayStation 2 survival horror game. In many ways, it sure is. It is definitely definitely a very big nod to, hey, we see Resident Evil, and we're going to try and do something just like you, different enough that this is really its own deal.
A frozen corpse? This is First Lieutenant Matt Shugart? He's holding a battery-operated detonator. What was he planning to do with this?
Bro, I don't think that's a good idea. You probably shouldn't do that. The controls are your typical tank controls, but just a little upgraded. Not quite as horrible as the original, like Resident Evil. But then, of course, you have a lot of item management you have to take care of, and you have a gun that you get to upgrade in several different ways, which is pretty cool.
Oh no, the steel tower!
Whoa! Hey, come on, it's me, Travis.
It's you again. How did you get here?
I managed to slip through the doors when security was down.
Of course, if the cold isn't going to get you, if the crazy virus isn't going to mutate you, maybe one of these nasty bosses out here is going to get you.
Use this. It'll upgrade your base SPR-4.
I'll attach it right now.
We're counting on you, Riley.
So there's some more footage for Extermination, and I cannot say enough about it, so let's just move on to our last pick, which is probably the very best pick. Oh yeah, let's go there. Okay, we started this with one of the very best, with Metal Gear Solid, and now we're ending it with the absolute pinnacle, peak of all gaming for winter zones, winter levels, winter games, whatever you want to call it. Anything involving snow, ice, and stuff, of course, and that is Metroid Prime. You can't argue with that. When you get to Phendrana Drifts, it is just, it's heaven. Take a look, see for yourself. Here it is, the best of the best. Whatever I've been talking about, whatever I've mentioned about other games from before on this list, this right here, Phendrana Drifts, just takes the cake. We want to talk about atmosphere, we want to talk about music, we want to talk about isolation, we want to talk about immersion. Oh my gosh, this is the level for everything. And then to top it all off, just the beauty, the spectacle, the majesty of it. It's breathtaking. I still remember my first time coming here. Honestly, I put down the controller and just sat, listened to the music, watched the snowfall, looked at all that beauty out there and just let it wash over me and just let it just envelop me, and I instantly fell in love. You can still do that today. You can do that in any way you want. You can go back and play it on the GameCube. You can grab the remaster for the Switch. Just go back and play this level all over again. Experience this amazingness one more time, and then just know how lucky you are. Metroid Prime, the best. The best for a snow level. It's the best you can get. You can't... Go ahead, try and argue down in the comments about it, but you know that's true. And there we go. There are 6 amazing snow levels to be found throughout your retro game collection. I hope you pick one of those games up and play it again just so you can experience it one more time. Go ahead, drop a comment below. Tell me which retro game had your favorite snow level so I can go experience that this winter as well. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great week. And I hope you have an even better month. I don't know where I was going with that. I'll catch you guys in the next video. And as always, game on.
Yeah.